And the one remaining item was to replace this man's shoes, Wes Inslee, to find the best possible police chief. And under the circumstances, I think our city manager he's wanting to go through a process, as I've indicated, to get the best person possible. And I believe, speaking on behalf of the council, he's now going to announce that he gets the person, and I think he has done so. I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Starting back in May this year, we went through a process, as the mayor just briefly described, very similar to our processes we used in the prior appointments. And it's an important process because it's a competitive process. It was a process that was open up to everyone, internal and external candidates. We had 2 open house meetings with the public to take their thoughts and comments with regards to what the community was hoping for and expecting our next police chief. I shared a lot of my thoughts with that regard as well. Someone who obviously is a strong moral character, honest, trustworthy, high integrity, cool under pressure, someone that is an expert in policing. And so we built all of that into our recruitment brochure and sent it out to every police department in the state. We advertised it in trade associations. We advertised it on our website and by word of mouth. And I think we had a very good qualified candidate pool. We established several different panels. Our first panel was what we refer to as our screening panel. And they looked at all the candidates. The HR department reviewed all of them, make sure they met the basic requirements as far as what would be necessary for the position. They shared those recommendations with the screening panel. The screening panel went through each of the candidate applications and made a decision that there were 3 candidates in particular that were going to move forward in the process. We had a technical panel made up of other sheriffs and police chiefs in the region interview the 3 candidates. We had a fit panel made up of representatives of our city departments, as well as several individuals from in the community representing different organizations. And those 2 panels were consistent in that they felt strongly that 2 candidates should move forward in the process. One was an internal candidate, one was an external candidate. And then we had another panel that was made up of the mayor, the vice mayor, a member of our police union, also a member of an external member from the organization, a citizen from the outside of the community that was representing an organization, our HR director and myself. And that panel was unanimous in its recommendation to me on the top candidate. And so I want to share with all of you my thoughts about why I'm making this announcement tonight for this individual. This individual was either the top or second-ranked candidate in the first 3 panels, and as I mentioned, unanimous recommendation in the final panel. He performed very well in his interview with me. He's proven himself to be the candidate that can remain calm and collected under pressure, which is critical for this position and for the department. I think some of that probably comes from his time served in the military. He has the intention of leading the police department through the CALEA certification process. He's been with the Tulare Police Department for 21 years and is firmly rooted in the community. He has steadily risen through the ranks of the department with a high level of success. He has served as a captain in the police department since 2015. He's able to begin immediately. He's been active in the community for many years, and he was recommended to me by the former police chief, Wes Inslee. I'm very pleased and proud to announce tonight that your next police chief is Fred Ynclan.
The first to say, could you address everybody, Chief?
I have a couple words. I think you stole my speech, but that's fine. Well, good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, City Council, City Manager, Department Heads, City Attorney's Office. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank everybody who came to this very important step in my career. I would like to welcome my family, my friends, and the command staff for being so supportive during this whole process. I attest that I probably wasn't very easy to be around the last couple of weeks. I also want to thank everybody involved in this process, the panels, the committees, HR that Mark mentioned. Yeah, Janice, there you are. You got to talk later. The concerned citizens that came to the forums is very important. It means a lot that the community cares who they want as a leader. But as your chief, I would like to, for the citizens first and foremost, to know that we will continue to strive far beyond excellence. I have future goals and visions for this department. I welcome community input, employee input, better practices of community policing, technology, social media, equipment needs, and the list goes on and on. We are currently in the beginning processes of a strategic plan that will touch all aspects of our PD, community surveys, employee surveys, surveys from the department heads. It's very important to me to measure performance, increase accountability, reduce risk, and ultimately provide this wonderful community the service they deserve. I was told to keep this short, so I'll make it real quick. Just got like 20, 30 more minutes. Chief, on your feet. I've always wanted to say that. My friend, my mentor, thank you so much, Wes, for believing in me early on. And although I don't say much, I always listened to your wisdom, your input, and your advice. This office is too important to let it fail, and I will not let you down, sir. You got us where we need to be. City Manager Marc, thank you for seeing something in me and believing in me and trusting me. I look forward to working with you and the executive team, members of council. I'm so lucky to have you as a council.
You didn't ask Mark to stay.
Yeah. Members of council, I'm so lucky. I promise to make your jobs easier with accessibility and response and through my command staff and my department. To the department members, there's only a few here. You're the ones that this whole thing is for. It's been an amazing journey to see you all grow and develop and make this department so special, to make it family for me. I'm here for you. We're going to walk together and hit our goals and our achievements. Tradition and history are very important to me, but we got to move forward to the future. We're going to be future forward in this department. And lastly, to my wonderful family. Don't fail me. Melissa, my kids watching on YouTube in San Jose and Washington. Ray and Laura, thank you. Irvine family, everybody. Again, the support and assurance you gave me inspired me to perform way better than I ever could have on my own. I love you. Thanks.
Fred will begin on July 2nd. We're just working through some of the remaining contract terms. So I only asked him to be here and he's going to be here this evening. You're welcome to stay. You're certainly also welcome to head home and celebrate.
Fred, before, I guess I could say it this way, before you're dismissed, I want to give council an opportunity to address you if they wish. I know Jose's on the line. Jose, anything you wish to add?
Yes, I just wanted to congratulate our
You have
chief.
to unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You're still muted.
Oh,
Can we do something about that?
very excited. Just
Try now.
am I? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now?
No, it's still not coming through. Okay, while they're working on that, we'll go ahead. They're working on that to see if they can get you on, Jose. I'm going to ask. Hi, Steve. Stephen.
You're not the chief quite yet, so I'll still call you Fred. I know that you're going to live up and continue on the highest traditions and history. I can be prouder. Even though you started, I think, 3 days after I retired. It's great.
Thanks.
I think, Fred, you told us the same day.
Same day.
Same day?
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's a holiday weekend.
Councilmember Isherwood.
Absolutely, congratulations. I mean, extend my hand and handshake with you and applaud you for applying. I think applaud you for, going through this process, and I think really awakening, like you said, of us moving forward. And just as the public, with that honor and trust of what we look for the police department extends in the wake of your presence, and that's past Chief Hensley and our history and our leadership in our department and everywhere. Just really, Chief, really congratulations on this, and it's an honor that we have a member of our force and our public leading our team right here as we move forward through the challenges and successes. So very excited, and again, just my accolade and council's accolade for your promotion into this position. Thank you.
We have Mr. Sagala capable yet? Or we
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
They can turn you up a little bit. Go ahead.
All right. So first of all, I just want to say congratulations. I'm sorry I cannot be there today, but look forward. I think it's an amazing choice, a great choice. Look forward to the chief's leadership on a number of issues regarding public safety, and can't wait to shake his hand and congratulate him on his new position with our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor.
Well, I couldn't be happier than welcoming Fred as our chief. I feel like it's an honor to serve on the city council with you as leading us in our public safety section of our city. I think you're just an amazing individual with great skills in policing as well as in people connecting. And I love working with you on pancake breakfasts and being a fellow Kiwanian together, and just you're always accessible, just as Chief West was too. And I just couldn't be happier and more proud to have you serving our community. Congratulations.
Chief, when this process started, I had several discussions with our city manager. Of course, we had the public forums that Wes and the city manager and I attended and listened. And one of the things that was very clear was the desire of people in the community to have someone hired from within. There's a real dichotomy that has to be dealt with, in the sense that for the best interest of the city, we want to hire the best possible candidate for the position. But by the same token, we want as little disruption as possible within the police force to make sure they're comfortable with who's hired. So as this process went on, and I found out that you were the one that had applied, I had my fingers crossed the whole time that you hit a home run when all of this was going on. And having participated in the interview process and seen how you performed yourself, how you handled the various questions that were thrown at you. You didn't just hit a home run, you hit a grand slam home run. And, you're going to do a great job. And we really are lucky that we have someone within our force that has your background and your capabilities. And to put it simply, I think it will become obvious to everybody that you are just a leader of men and women. Can't forget that. But the other thing, and the intangible, is that what you bring to the police force is the fact that there's going to be young little kids out there that are 6 and 7 years old that are going to get to meet their police chief. Those that weren't able in the past to look at their police chief and say, boy, that could be me one of these days. There's a whole segment of young people out there that when they meet you, they're going to be able to say that. And I thank you for what you bring to our city and the police force. So thank you very much. That being said, anything else?
Ready to dismiss.
Am
I dismissed?
I was gonna say that.
Okay.